Shalom. Welcome to the next installment of our video series of guidance and inspiration for our Seders this year in the midst of this pandemic, in the unique context in which many of us will be observing Seder this year. Yesterday, Cantor shared some reflections on the order of the Seder and the first step of the Seder, Kadesh. And today I'm going to be talking about the second step of the Seder, Ur'hatz, which is actually the first of two opportunities we have at the Seder to wash our hands. An act that takes on special significance this year as we relearn the importance of good attention to hand washing, not only ritually, but in our daily lives as well. This first hand washing at the Seder is done without a blessing. The second one, Ur'hatz, which is done before we say the blessing over the matzah, is done with a blessing. And there are many reasons for that, but I'm going to offer one that I wrote about in my new book, 30 Days of Liberation. According to a school of Hasidic thought, the Exodus was a mass religious conversion. The Jews weren't really Jews until we left Pharaoh and followed God's call to righteousness and justice. That's why Ur'hatz, the Seder's first ritual hand washing, occurring before we recall the Exodus, is done with no blessing. This is a kind of spiritual honesty. By not blessing, we affirm that we begin distant from God, enslaved to other masters, and failing to live lives of blessing. In our lives, this is a deep truth as well. To go anywhere, we have to be honest with ourselves about where we are. So the way this hand washing is done is to take a cup that has water in it, like this one, and to pour some water over your hands 2 or 3 times, again with no blessing. And then to dry your hands. If you are celebrating Seder with other people in your physical presence, one thing that you might consider doing is to wash each other's hands. We do this at my Seder to remember that we are free people, and so we serve each other and are served by others as a reminder that we are here celebrating our liberation. Now, you might ask yourself, why does water feature so frequently and so prominently in the Seder? I wanted to just share one more thought about that, again from my book, 30 Days of Liberation. The Seder features 2 opportunities for hand washing. Why does water feature so prominently in the Seder, as it also does in the Exodus story? Water goes with the flow. It doesn't try to avoid, prevent, or destroy its obstacles. It effortlessly goes around, over, or through obstructions that arise in its path. Many of us are enslaved by anxiety, doubt, fear, and aggression. We suffer by wanting to control the uncontrollable. Water teaches that life's challenges can instead more often be overcome through persistence, resilience, and the ability to let go. Well, that's a teaching that feels really appropriate and meaningful for this anxious and uncertain time. And my blessing is that as we wash our hands at the Seder and as we encounter water in the Seder and in the Exodus story, we too can become more like water and encounter difficulties in life with persistence, resilience, and the ability to let go. Shalom.